The Age of Ausra by Sir Carlton Lawrence. Episode 1, The War of the Mayors. Marietta was a fine community in its day. Cobb County boasted one of the highest per capita household incomes in America, and very few homes in Caleb's neighborhood could be purchased for less than a 7-figure sum.
Triggers take me back in time. Orange Beach 2009. We've lost the age of innocence. Still I think of you sometimes. 2009.
But soon after the collapse, famine and desperation pushed people out of urban Atlanta, and the wave of civil disobedience spread as quickly as the virus did. And it was just as lethal. Eventually, some semblance of order was restored, but only by opportunistic strongmen who managed to outthink or outmuscle or simply outlive their rivals to essentially become a dictator of a city-state. This saga was unfolding everywhere.
He knows exactly what to do. He calls you when the day is through, and eases you with just one touch. But one is never good enough.
Caleb's parents and kid sister Leah survived the pandemic, though all 4 family members were infected over the first year and a half, with Leah experiencing the most severe case. Caleb wouldn't have admitted it back then, but he loved Leah more than anything on the planet and was so concerned about her illness that he never left her side while she was ailing and tended to her every need. However, accounts, cryptocurrency, and other assets before the banking industry seized up, Caleb's family made all the right moves before and even during the unrest. Diamonds and other precious stones, gold and silver in small pieces, jewelry and tradable commodities, plus a stash of hidden cash in several clever places in the house and yard, and with a room filled to the ceiling with canned food, prepper supplies, and bottled water, they had fared much better than many of their formerly affluent neighbors. Most neighbors in Atlanta country club estates were ill-prepared, including Bob Fox, the next-door neighbor who had been retired for some time but had formerly managed the Atlanta Braves to 3 World Series titles. Who could ever forget the slogan, worst to first?
That ball is absolutely crushed!
Figuring out my poison, nothing to show. Ain't no fire in the fireplace, ain't no honey in the hole. Hard times coming.
Caleb was out of breath when he got back to the village his family considered its new home. Though the highway was less than a mile away, it was all uphill to get back to the village from the blackberry grove, and Caleb was humping it. It was a beautiful place, discreetly located in the depths of the dense Nantahala National Forest, where a remnant had banded together and decided to settle after a shared nomadic experience in some very difficult years. His family left Marietta when it became too dangerous to stay there, and for better or worse, fate seemed to have dropped them in this forest. While wandering north, Caleb and Leah lost their mom, who succumbed to an illness unrelated to the virus. The medical community never reemerged after the pandemic, such that formerly mundane and routine illnesses and ailments, without treatment, soon became almost as lethal to the survivors as the virus. In her final moments, Caleb's mother hugged Leah, then pulled Caleb close to whisper something to him that only he could hear. As he fought to contain the tears, Caleb replied, "I will, no matter what." She had asked him to look after Leah.
Mama told me when I was young, come sit beside me
aftermath of the collapse, a self-proclaimed mayor of Atlanta rose to power and enriched himself and his team of enforcers by sending taxation squads door to door, initially extorting valuables, food, guns, ammunition, and other durable goods. If they stumbled upon a residence they liked, they would simply evict the rightful owners via a tax lien delivered at gunpoint. Caleb's family endured increasingly frequent visits themselves, and their supply of commodities quickly dwindled.
We're digging a hole.